Dear students, welcome to my channel English All New Academy. If you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe it and click the bell icon. Today we have taken class 11 Hornbill's chapter, that is The Portrait of a Lady, written by a great Indian writer Khushwant Singh. Before we begin the chapter, let's go through the introduction. The Portrait of a Lady is written by Khushwant Singh, and Khushwant Singh, as we know, he was one of the prominent Indian writers. He is well known as the author of Train to Pakistan, The History of Sikhs, and he has authored many short stories. He was also a well known journalist. The Portrait of a Lady is a collection of short stories which are very heart touching. In this story, also, the portrait literally doesn't mean the portrait, that is the picture, but here the writer has tried to draw a character sketch of his grandmother. The whole story revolves around the grandmother, and it also brings out the bond of love and affection between Khushwant Singh and his grandmother. We also come to know about the religious attitude of grandmother and how she was also a lover of nature. She used to feed the sparrows. So, these are some of the incidents which really touch our heart, and when we'll read the story, we'll try to understand all these in detail. Let's go through the important words and their meanings. Portrait literally means picture or photo. In this story, portrait means the author has tried to draw a character sketch, that is, through words, he has tried to draw the portrait of his grandmother. Then we have mantelpiece, means structure around and above fireplace. Turban, we know it means pagdi. Undignified, here in this context, it means appearing unseemly. Now here is a phrase, the thought was almost revolting. It means something which is unpleasant to believe. ऐसी बात जो हमें believe करने में अच्छा ना लगे. Hobbled means walk with difficulty. Here, in the context of this story, grandmother was too old to walk properly, and that's why she used to hobble. Rosary, it means string with beads used for prayer. Author's grandmother was very religious and she used to pray using this bead. Here we can see this is called rosary. जो मंत्र जाप के लिए माला होती है, तो इस तरह की माला वो लेकर मंत्र जाप करते थे. Puckered, puckered means wrinkled, झुर्रियां होना. Because of old age, the person gets wrinkled. Serene, it means calm, peaceful. Contentment, that is satisfaction. Monotonous, it means without change, something which becomes boring. In speech also, we use this word monotonous, and here it is used in the context of grandmother's chantings, which the author thought to be monotonous. Chorus, here to sing in a large group, and distress means extremely sad. Lewd, it means filthy, unclean. Harlot means prostitute. Veritable means true. Bedlam in Hindi, it means shore bakor. When the sparrows came chirping, then there was a kind of chaos. Imprint means something that stays in your memory. ऐसी कोई चीज जिसकी छाप हमारे दिल में, हमारे दिमाग में हमेशा के लिए रह जाए. Frivolous means silly. Thump, it is the sound that is produced by beating the drum. To rebuke means to scold angrily. Dilapidated, it means condition of Decay. यहाँ पर it is used in the context of drum which was in the condition of decay. It was not in a good condition. To protest means to disagree. Pallor. It means paleness which is caused due to tiredness or old age. To cremate means to burn the dead body. Crumbs. Here it means small pieces of chapati. Corpse means dead body. Here again we have a phrase, the sagging skins of dilapidated drum. It means the worn out skin of the old drum which is not in a good condition. यहाँ पर इसका मतलब है कि जो पुराना ढोलक है उसके ऊपर जो उसकी स्किन होती है उसकी हालत बुरी हो चुकी थी, मीन्स वो टॉर्न एंड वॉर्न कंडीशन में है. इट इज नॉट इन अ गुड कंडीशन. Seclusion means loneliness, अकेलापन. So, here we begin with the story, The Portrait of a Lady. The writer says that uh, his grandmother, like everybody's grandmother, was an old woman. She had been old and wrinkled for 20 years that I had known her. 20 साल से वो उन्हें देखते आ रहे हैं और जब से उन्हें देखा है वो ओल्ड है, उनको झुर्रियां हैं फेस पे. People said that she had once been young and pretty and had even had a husband, but that was hard to believe. कहते हैं कि लोगों से उन्होंने सुना है कि वो बहुत ही सुंदर हुआ करते थे जब यंग थे और उनके हस्बैंड भी थे, लेकिन इन बातों को बिलीव करना ऑथर के लिए बहुत मुश्किल है. इट वाज हार्ड टू बिलीव दीज थिंग्स फॉर द ऑथर. Then the narrator says his grandfather's portrait hung above the fireplace. Here, portrayal we have to consider into the literal sense, which means photograph or painting. But for his grandmother, he has drawn a character sketch. That is, he has talked about her in such a way as if he is using the word pictures. We get the portrait of the grandmother through the words that he has used. He now describes the physical appearance of grandfather. उनका physical appearance कैसा था? तो he used to wear a big turban and loose fitting clothes. बड़ी सी पगड़ी पहनते थे, खुले खुले से कपड़े पहनते हैं. His long white beard covered the best part of his chest and he looked at least 100 years old. Now he is also guessing about the age, estimating the age, that when you look at the portrait, one feels that he was 100 years old. He didn't look the sort of person who would have a wife or children, and seeing the grandfather, he felt that it was hard to believe, looking at his portrait, that he was a person who would be having a wife or children. He looked as if he could only have lots and lots of grandchildren. Means he looked so aged, so old, that one could only believe that he can have so many grandchildren. As for my grandmother, being young and pretty, the thought was almost revolting. The thought was almost revolting means it was unbelievable for the poet. It was really unpleasant for him to believe that she was young and pretty. In these lines, the narrator has tried to show how they had a chat, the grandmother and he himself as a child. Grandmother often used to tell him about the game she used to play as a child, and it seemed quite absurd and undignified on her part, because now the author saw that she was a very mature person, and he couldn't believe that she was playing such games. And it we treated it like the fables of the prophets she used to tell us, and they thought that it were like fables मतलब कहानियाँ, सुनी सुनाई कहानियाँ आप बोल सकते हो. शी हैड ऑलवेज बीन शॉर्ट एंड फैट एंड स्लाइटली बेंट. जब से ऑथर ने इनको देखा है, ही हैज ऑलरेडी मेंशन दैट ही हैड बीन सीइंग हर फॉर 20 years एंड शी लुक्स द सेम. तो उनका जो फिजिकल अपीयरेंस है, शी वाज शॉर्ट and fat and also slightly bent because of the old age. Her face was a crisscross of wrinkles running from everywhere to everywhere. मतलब एज हो चुकी है, तो if you see the face of a person in old age, you will see so many wrinkles इसीलिए क्रिस क्रॉस ऑफ रिंकल्स मतलब बहुत सारी लाइंस आपको दिखाई देंगी, झुर्रियां दिखाई देंगी. And they were certain that she had always been as we had known her, or they couldn't believe that she was once young and pretty, और उनको लग रहा है कि अभी जैसे ओल्ड एज में देखा है, she was the same before also. And now he has stayed for 20 years with grandmother, and he has seen the physical appearance of the grandmother as she was old, and that's why it becomes difficult for the author to believe that she had been young and pretty in her young. Now he comes to the point, he says that it was impossible for him to believe that she had been pretty, but she was always beautiful. In what context is he saying? She hobbled. To hobble means we have discussed to walk with great difficulty because of the old age, and about she hobbled about the house in spotless white with one hand resting on her waist to balance her stoop. Stoop means bend forward, जैसे आगे को झुक जाता है इंसान बूढ़ा होकर, तो कमर पे एक हाथ रखकर अपने आप को बैलेंस करते हैं. एंड द अदर हैंड टेलिंग बीड्स मीन्स हमने देखा कि ये जो बीड्स हैं माला घुमाते हैं, दूसरा हाथ जो है उनका वो माला घुमा रहा है. Her silver locks here are used for her hair, which were white. They were scattered untidily over her pale, puckered face. Puckered means wrinkled. Pale मतलब age की वजह से it doesn't seem to be very fresh, to be very young. And her lips constantly moved in inaudible prayers. Inaudible prayers means clearly जो सुनाई ना दे. Clearly it couldn't be heard what she was uttering, but continuously she was seen praying. Yes, she was beautiful. She was like the winter landscape in mountains, an expanse of pure white serenity, breathing peace and contentment. Now, in what context? As we have seen here, he says she was always beautiful. वो बहुत ही सुंदर है कि she was very calm and peaceful, and she was very much contented. So here the poet compares her with the winter landscape, जो उनके white dress है और white landscape है in the mountains. When you see, you really feel peace of mind. हमें मन में वो देखकर बहुत अच्छा लगता है. That's why this kind of comparison has been made here to bring out the calm and peacefulness of grandmother's appearance. Now the narrator talks about how there was a strong bond of affection between grandmother and himself. He says that they were good friends, and his parents they left him with her with his grandmother when they went to live in the city. जब वो सिटी में रहने गए तो ग्रैंडमदर के साथ ही नरेटर को छोड़कर गए, खुशवंत सिंह को. Here the narrator says that grandmother used to walk him up in the morning. सुबह उनको जल्दी उठाते हैं, स्कूल के लिए तैयार करते हैं. She said her morning prayer in a monotonous sing song while she bathed and dressed me in the hope that I would listen and get to know it by heart. वो उनको तैयार करते करते ऑथर को नहलाते नहलाते जो उनकी प्रेयर है वो मोनोटोनस, जैसे हम कोई जाप करते हैं या भजन होता है तो वो मोनोटोनस ज़्यादातर पाया गया है. तो वो मॉर्निंग प्रेयर मोनोटोनस मीन्स विद नो चेंज इन पिच एंड टोन. तो इस तरह से वो इतना ज़्यादा चेंज नहीं है उसमें स्पीच में. दैट्स वाई इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ बोरिंग थिंग टू लिसन, but the author says that he loved it to listen. Why? One thing is that he says, I listened because I loved her voice but never bothered to learn it. What was the intention of grandmother? Grandmother का क्या intention था? That the author would learn it by heart, कि जब वो प्रेयर करते हैं वो उनको सुनाते सुनाते प्रेयर तैयार करती हैं तो कि ये लर्न हो जाए इनको. बट ऑथर कह रहे हैं कि बिकॉज he loved her voice, that's why he used to listen to the prayer, but he never bothered to learn it. Means कभी उन्होंने नहीं सोचा कि learn की जाए prayer. Then she would fetch, that is to bring his wooden slate which she had already washed and plastered with yellow chalk. पुराने दिनों में तो हमें पता है they used to write on the slates with the chalk. A tiny earthen ink pot and a red pen. Earthen ink pot, earthen means मिट्टी का बना हुआ ink pot होता था, और एक रेड कलर की पेन. tie them all in a bundle and hand it to me. इन सब चीजों को बंडल में बांधकर उनको पकड़ा देते थे. And then after the breakfast of a thick stale chapati with a little butter and sugar spread on it, we went to school. और स्कूल जाने से पहले उनको स्टेल चपाती मीन्स रात की जो चपाती है बनी हुई, वो सुबह में उनको ऊपर बटर और शुगर स्प्रेड करके देते थे. और ये चपाती का नाश्ता करके वो लोग स्कूल जाते हैं. शी कैरिड सेवरल स्टील चपातीज विद हर फॉर द विलेज डॉग्स. और स्टेल मतलब बासी, जो रात की बची हुई चपातीज है, शी यूज टू कैरी विद हर. एंड इन बिटवीन व्हेन दे केम अक्रॉस द विलेज डॉग्स, शी यूज टू फीड देम. Here we come to know about the strong bond of connection between grandmother and the narrator. They both used to go to the school together, and why she loved to go with him to the school, because the temple was attached to the school. While the priest was teaching the children the alphabets and morning prayer, she used to sit inside the temple and read the scriptures. धार्मिक ग्रंथ वो पढ़ लेते थे. तब तक बच्चों को पुजारी जी जो है वो प्रेयर सिखा देते थे, अल्फाबेट सिखाते थे. And when they went back home together, they had the steel chapatis for the dogs and they used to throw it to them. So this is how they enjoyed each other's company. When the author's parents, they were settled in the city, they called them in the city, उनको बुला लिया city में, and that was a turning point. This is very significant because from here onwards they didn't get enough time to spend together, and the strong bond of connection that was there between them, that also was seen, that they were moving at a distance from each other because they didn't get enough time. And here the school was there, so there was no scope of learning the prayer or going to the temple. And moreover, she also was not able to feed the dogs. That's why she started feeding the sparrows in the courtyard of her city house. Courtyard मतलब आंगन. अब एक तो देखिए ये टर्निंग पॉइंट क्यों है, बिकॉज यहाँ पर उनको गांव की तरह ग्रैंड मदर छोड़ने नहीं जा रही हैं. ही इज नाउ गोइंग टू इंग्लिश स्कूल इन अ मोटर बस. और दूसरा, व्हेन दे बोथ यूज टू एंजॉय द कंपनी ऑफ ईच अदर फीडिंग द डॉग्स, दैट ऑल्सो इज नो मोर टू बी एंजॉयड. एंड दैट्स वाई अब वो चिड़ियों को चपातीस की जो है क्रम्स अपने ही आंगन में, घर के आंगन में ही वो डालती हैं. एंड दिस इज हर बेस्ट टाइम दैट शी स्पेंड्स विद द स्पैरोज. Now here we come to know about the type of teaching learning process that the narrator was going through and how he used to discuss with his grandmother. He says that as the years rolled by, means जैसे जैसे साल गुजरते गए, as the years passed by, they saw less of each other. That's why it was really a turning point. For some time she continued to wake me up and get me ready for school. कुछ समय तक सिटी में आने के बाद वो उनको उठाकर तैयार करते थे. When I came back, she would ask me what the teacher had taught me, क्योंकि she used to take him to the school in the village where he was taught prayer, and that was like a great thing for her. But here there was no such scope, and she used to ask him what was taught to him, and he would tell her that English words and little things of Western science and learning were taught to him, the law of gravity, the world being round, etc. All these things were the scientific things which were taught to him, and there was no scope of teaching the prayer in the school. This made her unhappy. शी couldn't help me with my lessons. अब इसमें तो वो कुछ हेल्प नहीं कर सकते थे. अगर कोई प्रेयर वगैरह होती, कोई मंत्र जाप होता, तो she would have helped him. She didn't believe in the things they taught us at the school and was distressed. Distressed मतलब दुखी हो जाना. That there was no teaching about God and the scriptures. और उनको लगता था कि scriptures और भगवान के related कोई teaching ही नहीं हो रही है स्कूल में. Everything was like something for her which was not at all meaningful. And that's why she used to feel distressed. इसीलिए वो दुखी हो जाती थी. Now, one day, when the narrator came from the school, he told her grandmother that they were being given music lesson. Now, in those days, music and singing and dancing, these were the fields which were not considered good for the people belonging to good family, and that's why she was very disturbed. To her, music had lewd associations, means they were not considered to be good for the people belonging to good family. It was the monopoly of hustlers and beggars and not meant for gentle folk. Gentle folk means people who belong to good family. So in those days people used to believe that they shouldn't go for all these things like singing or music or dancing. That's why she didn't like this. She said nothing, but her silence meant disapproval. डिसअप्रूवल मतलब उनके मन से इच्छा नहीं थी कि वो म्यूजिक सीखे. शी रेयरली टॉक टू मी आफ्टर दैट. और उसके बाद तो बात करना बहुत ही कम हो गया. व्हेन आई वेंट अप टू यूनिवर्सिटी आई वाज गिवन अ रूम ऑफ माय ओन. फिर बड़े हो गए, यूनिवर्सिटी में आ गए तो वहां पर अलग से रहने लगी. द कॉमन लिंक ऑफ फ्रेंडशिप वाज स्नैप्ड. अब जो थोड़ा सा फ्रेंडशिप बचा था उनमें, द बॉन्ड ऑफ फ्रेंडशिप, दैट ऑल्सो नाउ वाज स्नैप्ड, मतलब वो भी छिन गया उनसे. माई ग्रैंड मदर एक्सेप्टेड हर सिक्लूजन. सिक्लूजन मीन्स लोनलीनेस, अकेलापन. शी रेयरली लेफ्ट हर स्पिनिंग व्हील टू टॉक टू एनीवन. और वो अपने स्पिनिंग व्हील जो हम कहते हैं चरखा काटना, उस पे ही हमेशा बिजी रहती हैं और लोगों से बहुत कम बात करती हैं. Now, here the author says that from sunrise to sunset, she sat by her wheel, spinning and reciting prayers, which she liked very much. Only in the afternoon, she relaxed for a while to feed the sparrows. Now, this was her favorite time, her favorite pastime, or she used to feel so much relaxed because in village she used to feed the dogs. And when she sat in the veranda, breaking the bread into little bits, hundreds of little birds collected round her. A veritable bedlam of chirpings. A veritable bedlam, veritable means true, bedlam means chaos. तो जब चिड़ियाँ चहचहाती हैं तो एक बहुत सारी आवाज आती है. तो उसे इस फ्रेज के थ्रू द राइटर हैज ट्राई टू एक्सप्लेन. सम केम एंड पर्च्ड ऑन हर लेग्स. कुछ चिड़ियां तो इतना क्लोज हो गई उनके कि उनके पैरों पे आके ही बैठ जाती थी. अदर्स ऑन हर शोल्डर्स. सम इवन सैट ऑन हर हेड. शी स्माइल बट नेवर शूड देम अवे. मतलब उनको कभी दूर नहीं हटाया उन्होंने, बस स्माइल करते थे. This also shows her loving nature towards the other elements of nature like the birds, the animals, that is the dogs that she used to feed. इट यूज टू बी द हैप्पीएस्ट हाफ आवर ऑफ द डे फॉर हर. और सबसे जो खुशी का समय है वो चिड़ियों के साथ जो इनका टाइम जा रहा है उनको ये चपाती के क्रम्स खिलाने में, दैट वाज द ओनली द हैप्पीएस्ट हाफ एन आवर ऑफ द डे फॉर हर. Now, the day came when the author had to go abroad for 5 years and he thought that grandma would be unhappy. But he says that she was not even sentimental, जैसे कि हमारी आंखों में आंसू आ जाएंगे, लेकिन ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं हुआ. She came to leave me at the railway station but didn't talk or show any emotion. आई थी उनको छोड़ने, सी ऑफ करने रेलवे स्टेशन पर, लेकिन ना ही कोई बात की और ना ही कोई इमोशन दिखे. और उनकी जो आदत थी कि शी यूज टू चैंट द मंत्रा, शी यूज टू प्रे कंटिन्यूसली. उनकी प्रेयर ही चल रही है. हर फिंगर्स वर बिजी टेलिंग द बीड्स ऑफ रोजरी. और जो माला यूज करके हम जपते हैं वो माला उनके हाथों में वो जप रहे हैं. और बस उनका क्या था एक्सप्रेशन विच द ऑथर लाइक्ड वेरी मच. साइलेंटली शी किस्ड माई फोरहेड and when I left, I cherished the moist imprint, means the kiss of the grandma, as perhaps the last sign of physical contact between us. और इनको ये हमेशा इनके मन पे जैसे एक छाप छोड़ गया उन्होंने जो उनको प्यार किया जाते वक्त. But that was not so. After 5 years, I came back home and was met by her at the station. स्टेशन पे वो लेने भी आई उनको 5 साल बाद. She did not look a day older. शी स्टिल हैड नो टाइम फॉर वर्ड्स. जो जैसे थे पहले भी कम बोलते थे, अभी भी कम बोलते हैं. एंड वाइल शी क्लैस्प्ड मी इन हर आर्म्स आई कुड हियर हर रिसाइटिंग हर प्रेयर्स. और जब हक भी किया तो भी उनकी प्रेयर्स तो वो कर ही रहे थे. एंड इवन ऑन द फर्स्ट डे ऑफ हिज अराइवल शी स्पेंट हर हैप्पीएस्ट मोमेंट विद हर बर्ड्स, फीडिंग देम. इन द इवनिंग अ चेंज केम ओवर हर. लेकिन शाम को कुछ अजीब सा चेंज आ गया उनमें. शी डिड नॉट प्रे. शी कलेक्टेड द वीमेन ऑफ द नेबरहुड, गॉट एन ओल्ड ड्रम एंड स्टार्टेड टू सिंग. उन्होंने गांव में से वीमेन को इकट्ठा किया आसपास से और ढोलक बजाने लगी और गाने लगी. फॉर सेवरल आवर्स शी थम्ड द सैगिंग स्किन ऑफ द dilapidated drum. डाइलेपिडेटेड ड्रम मतलब बहुत ही बुरी हालत है उसकी, बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़ होने के बाद जैसे वो वॉर्न एंड टॉर्न हो चुका है, तो काफ़ी घंटों तक वो उस ढोलक को बजाती रही। और होम कमिंग ऑफ वॉरियर्स, जो पहले पुराने ज़माने में लोग ऐसे गाने गाते थे वो गाते रहे। वी हैड टू परsuade हर टू स्टॉप टू अवॉइड ओवर स्ट्रेनिंग। तो चिंता हुई इनको कि इतना ज़्यादा कंटिन्यूस लगातार इतने घंटों तक अगर वो इस तरह से करेंगे, ढोलक बजाएंगे, गाएंगे, तो उससे ओवर स्ट्रेन हो सकते हैं, टायर्डनेस फील होगी, उनकी एज भी थी। सो इट वॉज रियली अ मैटर ऑफ वरी। दैट वॉज द फर्स्ट टाइम सिंस आई हैड नोन हर दैट शी डिड नॉट प्रे। और वो पहला दिन था उन्होंने देखा कि उस दिन उन्होंने प्रेयर नहीं की। और दूसरे ही दिन वो बीमार हो गए, थोड़ा सा ही बुखार था, माइल्ड फीवर, डॉक्टर को बुलाया गया। और ग्रैंड उन्होंने कहा डॉक्टर ने कि थोड़ा सा बुखार है, बट ग्रैंड मदर शी थॉट डिफरेंटली, वो कुछ अलग सोचती थी, उनको लगा कि अब मेरा अंत नजदीक है, मीन शी वुड डाई नाउ। एंड शी सेड दैट सिंस ओनली अ फ्यू आवर्स वर लेफ्ट शी वांटेड टू गो फॉर हर प्रेयर। अब उनको लग रहा है कि मुझे जो भी समय मिला है वो मुझे अपनी प्रे करनी है, अब मुझे थोड़ा भी टाइम इधर उधर बातें करने में वेस्ट नहीं करना है। वी प्रोटेस्टेड मतलब इन्होंने ऑब्जेक्ट किया, लेकिन उन्होंने इनकी कोई प्रोटेस्ट, कोई ऑब्जेक्शन नहीं सुना। वो आराम से पीसफुली अपने बेड में प्रेयर कर रहे हैं अपने बिस्तर पे, और अपना जो टेलिंग हर बीड्स जो रोजरी है वो लेकर उनकी माला के साथ वो अपनी प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं, प्रेयर कर रहे हैं। और इवन वी कुड सस्पेक्ट हर लिप्स स्टॉप मूविंग, और इन्होंने सोचा नहीं था क्योंकि डॉक्टर सेड दैट इट वाज माइल्ड फीवर, सो दे नेवर एक्सपेक्टेड दैट हर एंड वाज नियर। लेकिन अचानक से फिर उनकी प्रेयर करना बंद हो गई, और रोजरी जो माला थी वो उनके हाथों से गिर गई, जो पूजा की माला थी। और अ पीसफुल पैलर स्प्रेड ऑन हर फेस एंड वी न्यू दैट शी वाज डेड, और इनको पता हो गया कि शी इज नो मोर। फिर इन्होंने उनको बेड पे लिटाया, और सॉरी, वी लिफ्टेड हर ऑफ द बेड। उन्होंने ऑफ द बेड मतलब बेड से नीचे रखा उनको, क्योंकि ये एक ट्रेडिशन होता है, ये कस्टम है कि जब गांव में ऐसे मानते कि डेथ हो जाए तो उनको ग्राउंड पे लेटाना चाहिए। सो दे लेड हर ऑन द ग्राउंड एंड कवर्ड हर विद अ रेड श्राउड, लाल कफन से उनको ढक दिया। आफ्टर अ फ्यू आवर्स ऑफ मॉर्निंग, मॉर्निंग मतलब शोक मनाना, शोक मनाना, वी लेफ्ट हर अलोन, और वो लोग चले गए उनकी फ्यूनरल के लिए, उनके अग्नि संस्कार के लिए अरेंजमेंट करने। द सन वॉज सेटिंग एंड हैड लिट हर रूम। स्ट्रेचर आ गया था उनको ले जाने के लिए, और सन सेट हो रहा है, शाम का समय है, और उनके वरंडा में एक बहुत ही प्यारी सी गोल्डन लाइट लग रही है। मीन्स हियर देयर इज समथिंग डिविनिटी। सी, द कलर गोल्डन इज एसोसिएटेड विद डिवाइन पावर। हमें लिटरेचर पढ़ते हैं तो कलर्स की बहुत सारी जो सिंबलिक मीनिंग्स है वी शुड बी अवेयर अबाउट। को अग्नि संस्कार के लिए ले जाने के लिए तैयारियां हो गई। जब वो उनको लेने आए तो आंगन में ही रुक गए। आंगन में एंटर हुए तो देखा कि इन वरंडा वेयर शी यूज्ड टू फीड द स्पैरोज, देयर शी ले डेड एंड स्टिफ wrapped in red shroud and thousands of sparrows scattered on the floor। बहुत सारी स्पैरोज आई थी। देर वॉज नो चर्पिंग, कोई उनके बोलने की आवाज नहीं है, जैसे कि वो पहले केओस बताया है। व्हेन शी वाज अलाइव देर वॉज बेडलेम, देर वॉज केओस, बहुत सारी चर्पिंग की आवाज आती है। लेकिन नाउ एज इफ दे ऑल्सो न्यू दैट द ग्रैंड मा वॉज नो मोर एंड दैट्स वाई देर वॉज नो चर्पिंग। And the author and his family, they felt sorry for the birds, and author's mother thought that maybe they had come for the bread. So like her like his grandmother, उनकी grandmother की तरह उन्होंने भी छोटे छोटे रोटी के टुकड़े करके उनको दिए। लेकिन sparrows took no notice of the bread। This is very significant। See, the birds and animals, they also understand, if we have the bond of love and affection between them and us, then they also know what's happening. When we arrived, my grandmother's cords off. When they carried the grandmother's cords, the dead body of, जब उठाकर ले जाने लगे तो they flew away quietly। उनको भी समझ में आ गया और वो चुपचाप से चली गई। उन्होंने ब्रेड के पीसेस भी नहीं खाए। Next morning, the sweeper swept the breadcrumbs into the dustbin। So दूसरे दिन स्वीपर ने उनको डस्टबिन में डाल दिया जो पीसेस थे रोटी के। तो here we can see how the birds also, they show great love and affection towards the human beings who are really very merciful, who are very noble, like the grandmother of narrator. And the story ends. So in this way we have seen that the writer has tried to draw the character sketch of his grandmother, and in this story remember to write some of the adjectives for character sketch of grandmother, and also narrate some incidents along with the character sketch along with the adjectives. It's very necessary, and in some of the videos I have also talked about how to write your answers effectively. So in those videos we will discuss about the answers, how to write value based answers, how to begin the introduction, means the organization part. I hope you have understood the story, and if you like the video, please let me know in the comment box, and do subscribe and like the channel, and thank you for watching the video.